Yes, here's a live look downtown right now on this Friday night. We got some sun shining right now and we got into the 70s, so things were kind of look like they're looking up, but we do have a chance of storms.
That's right, Rob's watching it.
Yeah, most of the storms are now down to the south, but I think we have another chance as we get into later in the evening for more to build into the north. After that, sets us up for a very nice weekend.
All right, good timing.
I'm excited about this weekend forecast and next week where we get summertime temperatures. But let me start with the radar because there is something on radar. Actually, let me go with the Indiana fever forecast because we do have pretty nice conditions for the early part of the evening. But notice I've built that rain chance back in. Now, I did change this slightly. I do think we're going to hold off on the rain chances for the early part of this evening, but then we'll pick that rain chance back up. And here's the reason why. Most of the showers and storms that have been popping up have been a little farther to the south and west. Because of that, I think we're going to get a break from some of these showers and storms. We'll pick another chance back up as this little impulse moves in from the north. And it's pretty quick moving. So once we get into the afternoon, we started to see this begin to drift in from the north. I think we'll continue to watch that. We may have a few showers and storms develop even before that gets here. So I'll leave the chance for rain and storms in for tonight. I thought it was going to be more of an evening scenario, but it looks like the timing may be delayed just a little bit. We're back down into the mid to upper 50s. And then these northwest winds kick in. Now that's going to help to dry us out. So for your forecast for tomorrow, we start out a little bit on the milder side compared to what we're expecting tomorrow night, where the temperatures are going to drop. So you'll be into the 50s, but look at this. Plenty of sunshine expected during the day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine will help to warm our temperatures up into the mid 70s. Overall, this looks like a beautiful forecast. The concern is that it's going to be a bit on the breezy side, and it's going to be a northwest wind, and that's going to counter a lot of the sunshine. We didn't have that northwest wind, we'd get just a little bit warmer than those 74-degree temperatures. Again, that next several hours were quiet. I'm going to track these rain chances through this evening, let you know what to expect. I'll walk you through it hour by hour in our forecast coming up in just a few. Very quickly, let me go to traffic, see what's popping up on the board. Just the typical volume that we've been seeing continue to increase. We are seeing 465 eastbound, a little bit of a slowdown here just past Keystone. Also 70 westbound approaching the south split. Now also I want to mention that there has been a little bit of traffic from the north split to the south split on 65 and 70, 65 southbound here. This has been really backed up. Let me go to a couple of traffic cameras just to show you some of the areas that we're watching. This is US 31 at 116th. Traffic there moving very nicely, but then once you go downtown, 65 southbound past the south split, there is a little bit of traffic because we do have some construction. That's pinching all of the lanes down to 1 or 2 lanes. That's causing a big backup through the splits all the way up to the north split. Of course, that's going to back up both 70 westbound and 65 southbound.
All right, we'll check back with you in a few, Rob. Thank you. This afternoon, the family of Mason Alexander, the former Hamilton Southeastern football player killed in a crash back in March, they're expressing their optimism. A Hamilton County judge ruled the driver accused of causing that fatal crash will be tried as an adult.
So that 18-year-old is now set to make his first court appearance next week. Ashton Hackman was at the hearing yesterday, and his reaction from Mason's family about the ruling that came down just today.
Yeah, Ashton? And they tell me this is really the start of some form of justice, the long road that might be. Mason's family was in court yesterday as prosecutors made their case to the judge. They had been pushing for charges since the crash back in March. Now, 18-year-old Trey Williams will be charged as an adult. I'm told by the deputy chief prosecutor it will be for reckless homicide as a level 5 felony, reckless driving, and having a fake ID. Prosecutors allege Williams was driving carelessly the night of the crash when Mason was a passenger. Williams allegedly passed a vehicle in a no-pass lane, swerved to avoid an oncoming car, overcorrected, then hit a tree. The car caught fire and Mason died in that crash. His family says they are glad that the judge is moving this case to adult court.
I think the judge saw, obviously, the support for Mason in the courtroom. We had his friends. We had some of his friends that actually saw the aftermath of the accident. So I think that was very impactful on the judge.
And they say they will be in the courtroom for all of the future hearings. Now, Williams' initial hearing is scheduled for Monday in Hamilton County. We also talked with the prosecutor. He kind of explains how we expect to see this going forward. So we'll have more of that coming up at 5.
Okay.
All right, Ashton, thank you. Right now, investigators are working to learn how a man died in a lawnmower accident on the northeast side. Police say it happened around 6:15 last night on Lantern Lane, north of Fall Creek Road and Fort Harrison State Park. The Marion County Coroner's Office now has identifying that man as 57-year-old Michael Thomas Flutterman. Police are referring to the incident as a lawnmower rollover.
Now to something we're keeping our eye on. Could Camp Atterbury be the next potential holding site for migrant detainees? Federal officials may be considering that, according to our partners at the Capitol Chronicle. The Department of Homeland Security says no official decision has been made, but they are, quote, exploring all options. Demand for these kinds of facilities is growing because of the increase in deportations. The Supreme Court is giving the Trump administration a win this afternoon.
The High Court now ruling to give the administration control over immigrants' legal status. They say a parole program allowing roughly 500,000 migrants to live and work in the U.S. can now be suspended.
The Biden-era program allowed migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela to be granted parole after arriving at the border. The decision marks the second time the High Court has sided with the president to revoke temporary legal status for migrants. Also this afternoon, Elon Musk says his time leading the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, is coming to an end. Today he appeared with President Trump in the Oval Office to talk about it.
This is not the end of DOGE, but really the beginning. My time as a special government employee necessarily had to end. It was a limited time thing. It's 134 days, I believe, which ends in a few days. So that it comes with a time limit. But the DOGE team will only grow stronger over time. The DOGE influence will only grow stronger.
The decision to leave DOGE comes as a group of Tesla investors urged Musk to commit at least 40 hours a week to running the electric vehicle company. We've also heard insiders say Musk will still serve most likely as an informal advisor going forward to the president.
Pride Month now just around the corner. The Indy Pride Board president joins us live in studio after the break, and he talks to us about some of the big events that are planned for the upcoming month.
And finally, we are expecting to get rid of this rainy pattern. One more chance for this evening, and then we open up to plenty of sunshine just in time for the weekend. The forecast coming up.